man. I do what I do.
Frustrations on TV and books and whatnot. We talked about that. Okay. But see, at the end of the day, what you all don't know is the real gender war started between white men and white women. It was in the 1960s and 1970s. And they were upset because they lost their patriarchal grip over white women who were fighting for their independence. This wasn't even a black man, black woman thing. We were never supposed to be enemies. But the system made sure we became adversaries as opposed to allies. And the question you should be asking yourself is why? Because a divided community is easy to control. Then I've gone through a long way to prove to you that the system lied to black women. And now the lies are falling apart, largely because of the rise of social media. And we've had a chance to talk about it amongst ourselves. The government, the corporations, it fed black women a dangerous lie that they were strong, independent, and didn't need a man. Now, what woman on earth, as a group of women have said they didn't need their men? That is ridiculous and it's preposterous. So you know it's not true. But the thing is, they fed black women and made them believe that was empowerment. And it really was just about control. Women in the workplace provide a cheaper labor pool. More single mother-run households meant the government had more people dependent, okay? And the gender war kept us distracted, so we weren't fighting the real enemy, and that's the system itself. But now the system is crumbling right before our eyes. Look at these mass layoffs in Washington, D.C. Look at this corporate America is discarding women as soon as they become too expensive. And you were looking at basically the mass disenfranchisement of women. And it should, for the intelligent women in the chat room, it should force you to rethink this whole notion of independence. Okay? And the same government and corporations that told black women they didn't need us are now discarding you. See, the gender war was never about justice. It was never about equality. It was about power. And now that power structure is shifting again. Okay, now I'm gonna take a quick break. I gotta go get some water from my jelly jar. But we're about to get really deep into this. I want y'all to understand, and hopefully by the time we finish, okay, and I know we got about 687 people in the chat room, you guys make sure y'all hit the like button. And if you learn something, then I should earn something. But other than that, if I'm not teaching you anything, you don't have to pay me anything. I'm gonna go get some water. I'm gonna be right back. Y'all hit the like button. We're gonna get deep into this. We're gonna follow up with black people are finally waking up. And I'm gonna tell you what this whole, the voter election, the election of Donald Trump meant, and the fact that 86% of black people voted for Kamala Harris, irrespective of the fact that she lost. But I'm gonna be right back. Y'all hit the #1 button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel already. You can't get divorced from your man and then live off his money forever. So what does that mean? That means it. Remember what I told y'all why black folks stayed together? Remember that earlier? They stayed together because they had to. See, if you incentivize people to get divorced, incentivize people to have children because they know they're going to get child support, then guess what they'll do? They're going to be a large percentage of people to do that. But what about when that option is limited? Well, you have to go back to your traditional role as a woman, because you can't, they're not allowing you to separate that man from his money because you have a divorce paper, because you have a child. This is what's happening. Texas. Right here, where I'm from, Father's Rights Movement got this gaining momentum. You got a lot of Texas lawmakers who are pushing for mandatory paternity testing at birth before the child is even, before you even get child support. They're gonna make you show that that baby belongs to that baby daddy. Okay, and they're reassessing child support orders for financial fairness. So what's the impact? The impact is, number one, you're gonna have a lot more fathers with equal parenting time. A lot more mothers who are not going to have full custody, and it's going to force them to share the financial responsibility. Okay. And the most important thing you need to understand is going to influence people to say, hey, hold on a minute. Maybe we need to consider this marriage thing again. And when we talk about alimony reform, it's not just in Florida. 2014 alimony in New Jersey. Well, my people from New Jersey. Right, my people, they restricted the alimony to a number of years, so you don't get it forever. Same thing with Massachusetts. That was the first major alimony reform, right? One of the first states to get rid of lifetime alimony. You got other states following along: Utah, South Carolina, Alabama, Georgia. So if this is what's happening now, what's going to be going on in about the next 5 or 10 years? You see, we're going, look, this is what you need to understand. Okay. And I know I'm talking fast, but I want to get y'all out of here before it's too late. I don't want to have y'all in here at 12 o'clock. But the reality of marriage and future relationship. See, another thing, for too long, the mainstream narrative has pushed an unrealistic fantasy about relationships, that marriage